Let's look further east towards South Korea. South Korea held its 22nd general election today. 300 parliamentary seats were on the ballot and millions of Korean citizens turned up to vote. More than 14,000 polling stations were set up for the public, including some unusual ones like a Kia car showroom, an optical store and a cafe. In at least one area, a baseball batting cage was converted into a polling booth. South Korea's election commission definitely scored a home run, unlike the president's party. You see, South Korea has a twin-headed system. You have the president and the parliament. And both are elected, the president and the parliament. And they usually cannot work without each other, which is why this election was crucial for the president, Yoon Suk-Yeol. Yoon has been in power since the year 2022, but his party has not controlled the parliament, which makes him a bit of a lame duck. He wanted to change that with this election and lead his party, the People Power Party, to a majority. But early results indicate that his hold on power will get even shakier. Counting has begun. We'll get the final results tomorrow morning. But the exit polls are in and the opposition is expecting a landslide, which means these people in the blue baseball jackets, they are members of the Democratic Party of Korea, seen here clapping and cheering. That banner on display, it says April 10th, Judgment Day for Yoon Suk-Yeol's administration, which is what this election had become. A referendum on President Yoon's 2 years in office. And it seems that the voters have decided to punish him.
지금 정부가 굉장히
I think the current government is heading in a very wrong direction. I believe the right people need to be in politics. I think there needs to be some change, some transformation.
분들이 정치를 해야 되지 않을까.
So why are South Koreans unhappy with their president? Well, there are a number of reasons, but here's a quick list. We start with the Dior scandal involving First Lady Kim Keon Hee. Hidden camera footage of the First Lady was released last year. She was seen accepting a luxury handbag as a gift. A Lady Dior bag worth about $2,200. And this violated South Korean law. There's a limit to what a government official or their spouse can accept. No gifts worth more than $750 are allowed. So this video caused an uproar when it came out because this gift was worth more than $2,000. But the First Lady was not punished. Excuses were made for her actions, and she has not been making public appearances since. But today's election shows that the people have not forgotten or forgiven. And that wasn't President Yoon's only scandal. Another involved his former defense minister, Lee Jong-suk. The minister was under investigation over the death of a soldier during flood rescue efforts last year. Now, this is a sensitive topic. So what President Yoon did last month made no sense whatsoever. The same former defense minister was made South Korea's ambassador to Australia, and it caused an uproar. It looked like Yoon was shielding his colleague. The ambassador was then forced to resign in under a month. But the damage was done. That was strike 2. And strike 3 was a foot-in-the-mouth moment for the president himself. Last month, the South Korean president went to a grocery store. He looked at a bunch of spring onions, and then he said that the price was reasonable, and that was the gaffe. You see, the price he quoted was 875 won. That's about 65 cents. And it was reasonable, 65 cents. But only because of a temporary government subsidy. This was a heavily discounted price compared to the average of about $2 to $3 per bunch. And this led to an outpouring of public anger. People took to the streets with spring onions in their hands. It became a rallying cry, highlighting Yoon's failure to bring down the cost of living. In fact, it got so bad that South Korea even made a new election rule. People were barred from bringing onions into polling booths. But again, the damage was done. It seems onions have brought tears to Yoon and his party. He's staring at a hostile parliament, 3 more years as a lame duck, and maybe his party losing the presidency when his term ends.